Mm. Peace and love, family. This is day 45 in 100 days of healing. And I am so honored to co create with you on this healing journey. Had an amazing omen on the way over here just a few moments ago. Saw a family of deer and just a beautiful omen of family and community and oneness. Yesterday, I shared the trust bond of the divine, or that is the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood, which of course corresponds to the trust bond of that divine masculine and divine feminine within. So I want to go a little bit deeper, into that because I feel it's such a profound resonance for us, in bringing about wholeness and healing on our planet and in the universe. And of course, the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood is the macro expression of that trust and that bond. And then there's a trust bond of the inner masculine and feminine within me, which then is the micro of that. And when I am in alignment with the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood, something very powerful happens. I begin to align with my true heritage. My heritage is harmony. My heritage is oneness. Not war, not separation. Not conflict. Those are anomalies that have came into the picture. My origin, with my ancestors and the ancient ones is that of harmony. And so I choose to align with the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood and the brotherhood, to therefore be more connected to my heritage of oneness, so that I don't have holes in my being, but I am a being of wholeness. For when I am in alignment with the trust bond of the sisterhood and the brotherhood, then I do feel that greater sense of wholeness. I feel a greater expression of my creative ability. Creativity is so much stronger within me by virtue of my alignment with the trust bond of the sisterhood and the brotherhood. And then I'm able to really call forth that special something that only I am meant to create and am meant to express. But if I am not in harmony with this macro resonance of the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood, then I'm not able to come forward and create to the greatest extent that I could. By virtue of my alignment with that trust bond, I am also able to come into a greater celebration of others that are creating. When I see others doing amazing things and creating amazing things, then I can bear witness of that from a place of oneness rather than separation. Because the trust bond of the sisterhood and the brotherhood is the epitome of oneness. And so I celebrate not only the creations that I individually bring forth, I also celebrate the creations that I witness others creating and allow myself to feel a oneness with that. Just like sometimes I go to a movie and I see heroes in the movie and sheroes in the movie, and I'm able to so emotionally connect with them that I begin to, on a personal level, feel an emotional resonance with what it is that I'm witnessing. And for the duration of that movie, I feel a sense of actually being in the movie, a part of the movie. And so I want to apply that to this movie of life And when I see others doing amazing things, I want to allow that trust bond of brotherhood and sisterhood to motivate me to say, oh my God, look at what wonderful things I'm doing through those parts of me. Link up the telepathic battery cables and initiate the soul jumpstart to then become jump-started individually by virtue of what I'm celebrating and witnessing in others collectively. So praise be to that trust bond of sisterhood and brotherhood that enable me to more align with creativity in myself as well as within others. I can, by virtue of this bond, truly see myself in others. When I witness another being, I don't see someone that's separate from me, but rather an extended version of my own self. That trust bond enables me to feel this greater sense of the oneness, of the wholeness. When I am in alignment with the trust bond of the sisterhood and the brotherhood, I am able to tap into the wisdom of the inner child and to give myself permission to be playful, permission to feel, permission to be vulnerable, and not being afraid of the vulnerability and recognizing that as a part of me that's just the naked truth. The sisterhood teaches that. The sisterhood is the master of feelings and vulnerability. And so I raise up and I honor that sacred bond. By virtue of that alignment, I'm also able to more easily love myself. And when I'm able to love myself, then I'm more magnetic to attract the love of others. And it is this trust bond of the sisterhood and brotherhood that is this resonance of the vibration of oneness that helps to facilitate that. I'm able to believe that I can make a monumental impact in the expansion of life, that life somehow is better by virtue of me. The trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood creates this harmony within my own inner masculine and feminine aspects of self, which is the micro me, as the brotherhood and the sisterhood is the macro me. And so I am jump-started by virtue of that great resonance of this trust bond. By virtue of the trust bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood, I am able to truly know that God has my back. And when I know that God has my back, I'm able to move forward and do the things I'm meant to do, create what I'm meant to create, achieve what I'm meant to achieve. So I'm going to finish with sharing once again the little piece that I wrote on this trust bond of the brotherhood and sisterhood. By divine allowance, I activate the trust bond of the brotherhood, and as a man within the brotherhood, I call to activation the most integral, authentic, and honoring resonance that I and every man is divinely capable of. I call forth this for myself and the entire brotherhood of man in commemoration of the bond of trust held by my ancestors and the ancient ones. By divine allowance, I lay upon the altar of the Most High all the dishonoring and destructive ways of man. With the receiving power of the Most High, I receive the total purification of the brotherhood and the sisterhood. With the celebrating power of heaven's passion, I celebrate the brotherhood coming home to itself as a pillar of support for all. By divine decree, as a man within the brotherhood, reactivate the trust bond with the sisterhood. I see the brotherhood and the sisterhood as two facets of one collective being, and the division is dissolved. The brotherhood gives empowerment to the sisterhood, as the sisterhood gives empowerment to the brotherhood, and the divine intention of this universal bond is restored.